Hello everyone, and welcome to Lipnox SQ, a show about the games, applications, and tech demos released on SideQuest for the Oculus Quest 1 and Oculus Quest 2. What is SideQuest? Well, it's a website where small developers can share their titles for the Oculus Quest. It requires side-loading and developer mode turned on your headset. I'll drop the link down below so you can figure it all out, but now it's time to get into the games. So first things first, we have this game called Gamerz Lab, which is kind of a mini-game collection kind of deal. So far, the only mini-game here seems to be this shooting one, which is mildly entertaining. The one gun shoots certain colors, the other gun shoots the other colors, and some of the things, purple, can be shot by both colors. It's kind of cool. There's also a punching bag thing you can punch in there. Not sure what this is going to become in the full thing, but it's kind of a neat shooting demo thing. Not my favorite, but perfectly passable. And next we have CubeAttack, which is kind of like there's 3 lanes, and these rectangles come down them, and you swipe at them with a lightsaber, and sometimes you deflect lasers they shoot at you back. Nothing to get overly excited about, but it is kind of cool that when you swipe at them, it slices them where you're cut. Moving on. Virtual Marksman, Blood in the Snow. So this is another one using that famous assets. So many like this. But this is an archery one where we have soldiers or guys coming towards us and we fire the arrow at them. It works relatively well, I guess. It's a little bit tiring firing the arrow, but there are some cool power-ups to let you fire more continuously and give you health and stuff. I don't know. It's free. It's okay. I mean, if you like archery stuff, this is probably one to download and check out. If you don't get crazy about archery stuff, this one's not going to sell you on it whatsoever. So this one is called Caves, and it's basically a social internet browser thing where you can pop up all these windows all around you and watch YouTube or watch, whatever you want. It's got an internet browser there. I didn't test Game Pass though. I don't think Game Pass will work on this one. Maybe Google Stadia will. That'd be impressive. Either way, we got the video players thing you can apparently share. I don't have anything to test this with, but it exists. Search up Lipnox VR and start watching some videos of mine, hopefully no one else's. Moving on. So this is ARK-ADE, and this is a demo. I gotta be honest, someone sent me this to try out on Steam, and it just didn't look that much. It didn't look very impressive for a Steam VR game. Now I've waited, and I saw it on SideQuest, and I figured, you know what, I think now is the time to check this one out. And I gotta be perfectly honest, it's pretty awesome actually. Kind of go through levels and shoot guys up. You're getting pushed from behind you, so you can't just slow down and do nothing. You gotta sort of keep moving ahead and keep shooting, but it's fun. Yeah, the graphics and everything are basic, but it works fine, and it's fun to play. This is a pretty cool one. Check out the ARK-ADE Demo. This is also on Steam and stuff, so no excuse. Take a look. And now we have the Suir Blueway VR canoeing experience, which is canoeing in VR. The map is pretty ugly, but the water is cool, I guess. Admittedly, the first time I booted this up, I kept getting stuck. I couldn't really figure it all out, but once you get a hang of all of it, it actually does work, and honestly is extremely fun. Kind of feel like this is a hidden gem for people that want a canoeing game. I don't know how this compares with the Phantom Covert Ops, I think it is, the other canoeing shooting game, but you know what, this was kind of cool, and once you get some speed moving, I gotta be honest, it's a good workout too, so this one gets the thumbs up from me, definitely. So this one is called Zephyrus. I don't know. It's some sort of moving blocks thing, but it doesn't really work properly. It's just kind of, I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong, but it seemed like sometimes the blocks would go in the direction I wanted, and sometimes they would not. Either way, I wasn't really excited about whatever this was anyway, so that's on me, I guess, but there you go. Whatever this game is. It's apparently multiplayer too, so yeah, there you go. And this is Panjam, which says it's for seniors. I'm not sure what about seniors, maybe some sort of memory training thing. But keep in mind for the colors themselves, I'm not one for tutorials, so I was struggling a little bit at the start. But once I realized what I was supposed to be doing, I had my Twinkle Twinkle Little Star playing, like magnificent music. But yeah, I don't know if this is a super crazy awesome app, but it works for what it is. I give it a pass. It is free, so keep that in mind. So next we have what could be, it's definitely one of the better SideQuest, if not best SideQuest games on this episode of Lipnox SQ. It's called Pocket Racer. It's a demo, but you can literally download something to create your own stages. I just played the ones already there. But you know what? The movement works fine. It's one of those move forward, like up the drive kind of thing. So kind of treating it like it's an RC car, but you're in the car. There is virtual steering as well, though, which I did not mess around with because I honestly don't like virtual steering. But there seems to be lots of levels to play around with, lots to do, and you can make your own courses. So no reason you wouldn't check this out. I thought this was pretty fun, and the physics worked relatively well. Not perfect, but better than Stone Age Racing one. So I don't know. Check this out. It's pretty cool. And next we have Grab, which kind of feels like it's the poor man's to the top. I don't know. There's some weird way where you sort of pull yourself in each direction by sort of grabbing the air and thrusting yourself. I struggled with this so much that it really wasn't very fun for me. I kind of feel like you should just get to the top. Follow this. Maybe as it progresses further on, it'll be more user-friendly to get into. I think it has the potential to be awesome, but what is here right now really wasn't enjoyable to me at all. But hopefully developers keep at it, and hopefully it becomes something worthwhile down the road, because it definitely seems to be something that there is care and effort put into. It's just not there yet. So Toy Museum. It is unfortunately teleport only. It has terrible controls, which I really don't like teleport controls. But you can press these TVs and watch trailers for these things with a little bit of written description. There's, I think, 6 of the TV shows. There's the Game of Life. There's this area for like retro games. There's a Lego thing. I don't know. There's some cool history things in this, but I think the teleport movement style makes it just painful to navigate through this. So I don't recommend it, but it's a cool idea. Hopefully they can fix the movement and add more to this, and you know what, it might be a worthy history lesson. I don't like it right now though, so I'm gonna give it a pass right now. Not really my kind of thing, but the concept is really cool. Interdimensional Matter, which is some hand tracking game which you need to have your hands out, so put the controllers down. This is all about your hands. Make sure you got the hand tracking turned on. But yeah, you just kind of do weird stuff, moving the blocks and moving the pieces in weird ways. It's really hard to explain. You kind of just mess with it. It looks kind of cool. It looks kind of trippy. If you like hand tracking stuff, this is fun to mess around with. There's no game to this, not that I can find. Maybe, you know, putting the stuff in where it seems to fit, puzzle shapes, things. I don't know. It was all right. Moving on. We don't need to talk about this anymore. Maggy and Friends, which is a museum puzzle thing. I don't know. This one starts you in a black room and you gotta press the red button to turn the lights on, and it just is so creepy. It's so eerie. It's kind of like the Backrooms story kind of thing where it's like this liminal, if that makes sense, where it feels creepy, it feels empty, you feel lonely here. I'm not gonna say this is bad. It does have a little bit of cool puzzle aspect to it, and does have these other rooms and everything, so it is what it is. But I would say Maggy and Friends is not really one that I would strongly recommend as is, but it is kind of cool. In terms of like art aspect, the art's cool. And it does have the good movement, like it does have proper movement and everything. Some things are right in it. So now we have HitMotion Reloaded demo, and I've got to be honest, this is clearly a polished game. It clearly looks like, you know, the punching, the things you're hitting have like their own physics, which I love. But it's one of those stupidly long tutorials that tells you how to do basic things. Like there's literally one spot in the advanced tutorial that I just gave up because it's like, oh, now this is how you duck below things. And it's like, okay, you know what? A red bar is coming towards me. I think I know I need to duck. And these tutorials aren't skippable, but it's just, you know what? Like when you literally treat me like I'm a complete idiot, it just makes me hate the game. I didn't even get past the tutorial, so I just say F this game solely based on the terrible tutorial that lasts way too long. Sorry to the developers, but you seriously should not make tutorials like this. Graduation, Fitventure Pre-Alpha 2.120. Honestly, this doesn't even work. It lets you place things, but you can't move around the area at all. You can't do it, so just waste of time. Next we have Temple Seeker VR, which says it's Zelda in VR, and maybe Zelda in VR for using the beta version of Minecraft graphics. Honestly, this looks really rough. It is kind of cool to have that block style, and if this was like make your own game, I think this would be really cool. But it just kind of currently feels more like a tedious puzzle kind of game that down the road it might honestly be awesome, but it's kind of just like a chore right now. I wouldn't really say that it's fun to play. The tutorial makes it look like it's really cool, but it's just too early right now. If you want to do some beta testing and give feedback, check this one out. I'm sure this will be a worthy title at some point, but I don't think it's worth your time right now. HandBox, a sandbox for your hands. A very small sandbox. Basically, you just pick up these items and you can slightly roll them. You only have one hand for the hand tracking. I mean, you can see that your other hand still exists, but it's not included in this game. I also found the hand tracking really didn't work very well at all in this, especially compared to like other hand tracking apps. The hand tracking, whatever the hand tracking one on the Oculus store was, I forget what it's called, Hand Tracking Lab or something. That one worked way, way, way better than this does. This, you pick up the objects and it just mostly drops them, and sometimes it works. It just doesn't work very well in terms of that. It is kind of cool to put the balls up there and roll them down, so I guess half cool. Void Ninja. It's one of those auto runner ones where you gotta keep dodging stuff. It has this archery bow and arrow thing to shoot things down that kind of works. It's a little bit hard to use, but unfortunately, you get to this spot where you gotta make this like platforming thing, and it never seems to work for me. So I never got past that part, and eventually I just got frustrated. There is a hookshot thing too, but the hookshot doesn't seem to work, so there you go, there's that. If you're more patient than I am, you might be able to figure out this game, and it might be super awesome. It didn't seem bad to me, but it didn't seem overly good either. NukeThemDuke. Our first SideQuest Duke Nukem game, and wow, this is pretty sad. Oh, yeah. You just shoot the alien things in a circle and randomly hear Duke Nukem lines. Oh man. Can we not have quality control of some sort? Like does this really need to be a thing? Can we just not have this stuff on SideQuest? SplashFly. Another one of those stupidly long tutorial ones. I don't even remember if I got past the tutorial in this, but it has this weird thing where the menu system is like off to the side, so it's hard to even press the menus. But I don't know, you fly your plane around, you have to lock on to your enemies and blow them up. There's a few different types of weapons, but that is that. SplashFly. Kinda cool, but kind of not done enough to the point where I don't really recommend playing this because it just feels like it's janky on a level that's not really fun to play. But I don't know, it was kind of okay. I give it a half pass, probably like a 3 out of 5 kind of game. Archery VR Survival. Well, the main thing with this is, well, it's teleport, which instantly makes me just not like it anyways. But the bow is super hard to pick up because wherever you pick it up is wherever it works. It's just annoying grabbing arrows, hit skeletons multiple times and knock it down. This is super not good at all. The graphics look kind of good, but this is just a waste of time right now. I would not bother with it at all. Falling with Style VR. You have these like red things, these red like sticks to guide your direction, and I don't know, it feels not polished at all. It feels pointless. So yeah, not recommended at all in this state. reAbell Alpha? I don't know. The A is capitalized, so I'm not too sure I'm supposed to pronounce that. but this is one of those free roaming space, solve stuff. It works well in terms of flying around. I like how you can, the shooting thing where you kind of grab the weapon control and then you grab the other thing works extremely well, and honestly, if there was more to do, like more of a fight immediately, this would be just super awesome. I think this is, like I said, an alpha thing. As an alpha, it's totally, a work in progress type of deal. I found it a little bit confusing on where I was supposed to go once it gave me the free reign to sort of do my own thing, but it is fun. It's cool to sort of shoot around and blast things, and I'm sure if I was putting more effort into progressing, there would have been more to do. I'm sure I'm supposed to go to that green thing, but I couldn't fully figure it all out. Either way, it doesn't matter. reAbell, either way, it's a really cool one. If you like these space kind of things, check this one out. I liked it. And last on this episode of Lipnox SQ, which, you know what, if you stayed through the whole thing, I appreciate you immensely. If you skipped to whatever games you thought were interesting, it's probably what I would have done too, so I respect that as well. But Fundamental Force is actually a game that I reviewed before when it was in its early access thing, or the first SideQuest demo, and at that point, it was an arena wave shooter where you teleported around with gravity. And honestly, I thought it was really, really awesome. I loved how it played. I loved how it worked. Well, this is the Fundamental Force full game, which seems to have taken aspects of that awesome demo and made this weird puzzle block thing where you have to keep making blocks to teleport, and you get completely lost every time you teleport through these block things. And you know what, hopefully that game that I loved exists in here somewhere deeper on, but I hated this so much. It was so boring, it was so lame, and every time you go to those blocks, you have no idea where you are, so you're going back and forth several times, trying to figure out which direction you're even supposed to be. I'm sorry to the developers. I know they try their best, and I'm sure this has the right audience for someone, but for me, I hated this. Anyways, thanks for watching this. I know I was a little bit harsh on some of these games, but you know what, there's so many games constantly released. There's no point in wasting your time on bad games. I hope this does a good job of fixing it so you don't have to waste your time playing the bad ones. Check out the good ones. If I were to recommend ones from today, the Gamerz Lab was kind of cool. The Caves one was cool to watch videos in. The ARK-ADE Demo, totally awesome. The Canoeing, the Suir Blueway canoeing game, that was pretty cool. Pocket Racer, I thought that was awesome. I liked the Pocket Racer. And if you don't mind tutorials, the HitMotion game is probably a good game, but I'm not into that. And the last thing I would say is the reAbell, that space one. That was really cool. So check out those ones. Some of these other ones might be worth your time, but you know what? These are early access games. This is alphas. These are whatever. Hopefully these things change for the better later on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I am out of here.